So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 25 of the Bronx Queens Bros podcast. That is referring to the Mets offense, the Mets pitching, the Mets everything, the Mets, because they're bad. Well, you already know that I'm Big B. We got Big D. We also got Jack B. Dave, how you doing?
You know, V, I'm doing pretty good. I'm back in the safety of my own home. There was no way I was going to do this episode next to you because Mets got embarrassed, and I know you're not happy to talk about it. But 25th episode, fellas, good for us. Good for us for pumping these out. Thank you to everyone who's listened. I'm ready for this one. Let's do it. Jack, how you doing?
I'm doing great, guys, on this beautiful Monday. Excited to talk some Yankees and Mets. V, I know your Mets didn't perform as well as even us Yankee fans would have hoped. We were hoping for some help, but you know what? It's all right. The Yankees did play good out in L.A. Super excited for their next homestand, and then we have some Yankees-Mets action coming up, guys. Super exciting stuff. Can't wait to get into it, but first, a message from our sponsor. V, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, this episode is sponsored by one of the best kept secrets in northern New Jersey, Engineering and Design Concepts, small company doing big things. They specialize in product development, manufacturing, and test equipment. If you or anyone you know need assistance in that field, they are the company you need to contact. The link to their website will be in the description below. And ladies and gentlemen, the Mets get swept by the Toronto Blue Jays. And man, was it not pretty because it wasn't good. Granted, every game was close. Lost 3-0, 2-1, and 6-4. But absolutely atrocious. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this team just doesn't know how to stay hot. This team doesn't know how to get the wheels chugging along and keep going. Like, they don't know what they're doing, I feel like. It's tough. Friday night, Verlander comes out. He allows the leadoff home run to Springer. Nothing else. 6 innings, 1 run allowed. High pitch count. Whatever. Still good outing. Really battled against it's a good offense. And then the bullpen allowed a 2-run home run in the 9th. Big moment in this game. Runners on first and third. Top of the order coming up. Pop out, strike out, pop out. You can't do that. You got to get the runs in. Like, it's I don't even know what to tell you there. It's bad. So we jump to the next game. Shout out to the Mets Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Gary Cohen, Howie Rose, Howard Johnson, Al Leiter. Great job for those guys making it to the Mets Hall of Fame. Al Leiter, Gary Cohen, and Howie Rose all grew up Mets fans, and they got to make it to the Mets Hall of Fame. I think that's pretty cool. Hopefully, maybe I'll get there one day. Maybe they're going to put me in the Mets Hall of Fame. You never know. Big V, maybe, that'd be cool. Retire the letter V, Big V's corner, they could do something one day.
Don't forget about us, V, when you make it to the Hall of Fame.
Oh, don't stress. BQB is going to be in right center field every freaking game. We're going to create a podium in the bullpen where if they hit the ball to us in the podium and we catch it, like a lucky fans win $10,000. I mean, that's what BQB's going to be.
Your money, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it has to. If he's in the Hall of Fame, it has to be coming from his pocket.
Well, I mean, you guys already know that I really just have it all over the place. You know what I mean? So, anyway.
I thought that was Steve's money.
Steve's money, my money, it's the same money. I'm in the Hall of Fame.
My bad.
I don't see a difference. Anyways, Jack B., your favorite guy, Tyler McGill, actually pitched pretty good against the Toronto Blue Jays. 5 1/3 shutout innings. High pitch count, a lot of walks. But, hey, he got them scoreless. And then, Danny Burgers with an RBI double, which is the first thing he's done in a month, which is good to see, but probably, hopefully his numbers are really outnumbered in New York. Besides that, no run scored. Vlad Jr. got to David Robertson in the 9th with an RBI double over the third base bag. Tough to see. Wish Beatty was hugging the line more. Wish they didn't pitch to Vladdy. But the offense only scored 1 run. You can't. It's tough. What are you going to do there? And then last game, Kodai Senga just didn't have it. Really just first time that he's pitching on 4 days rest, which is normal rest in America, but what he's pitched his entire career is 5 or 6 days rest. So maybe that might have something to do with it. Mets offense kind of woke up. Pete Alonso, if you guys didn't see on the socials already today, is now the all-time Citi Field home run leader. And if anyone watches the Mets Up podcast, which is the official podcast of the New York Mets. They posted out a poll saying before the start of the Blue Jay series, how many pitches will Pete Alonso see until he hits the record-breaking home run? I was one of 2 to comment on the Twitter page and get it right with number 32. So I consider myself, I didn't get the grand prize as the person got it before me, but I was told by one of the guys, James Shiano, good Mets guy, that I will be getting a consolation prize. So I'm very excited to find out what that'll be.
Congrats to you. Put him in the Hall of Fame. Let's go. I'm with it. I'm on board.
Wait, who?
I'm going to get...
What was the actual prize?
A Pete Alonso signed baseball.
Are you kidding?
So,
wow, V.
Yeah. I just missed it. Apparently by only a few minutes from what I'm hearing. I got a DM saying something along the lines of my consolation prize might be a tour of Citi Field into the control room and the video production rooms, which would be pretty cool. So if I get there, I'll let you guys know. It's going to be pretty cool. Just wanted to let you guys know in case anyone was interested. Big V is a smart guy. All right? Don't slouch on me. I may have looked really bad on the last game show episode. I'm a smart guy. All right? And but the Mets get swept because they suck, but Alonso did do that. And Marte hit a home run. He's looking like he's heating up, which is awesome. And then we also got that's really it. That's all we had. Jack, you got anything for me here?
I don't know. Watching these 3 Mets games, it was rough. It was a rough watch. And one thing that stood out to me is just there seems to be no juice, man. No excitement. There's no, Go ahead.
Wait, I forgot. I forgot to shout out Big Time Tommy. Big Time Tommy fan with a 2 home run game.
That lineup on Sunday was brutal, though. I mean, oh, my goodness. And you arguably – and I know I've been critical of Buck, but you have your best hitter, hottest hitter. I know he's been struggling a little bit as of the last couple of games, but Francisco Alvarez hitting 9th? I don't really understand that lineup. And I'll talk about Lindor a little bit later, but you're still going to continue to trot this guy hitting 3rd or 2nd in the lineup. At what point do you make a change and drop him down to 7th or 6th, something else? You're just going to keep putting this guy in the middle of the order. He's going to continue to struggle. I don't know. Seems like there's no juice around this team. Need somebody to step up, I feel like. But you would know better than me.
Oh yeah, I think they honestly should just give me a major league contract. I'll sign up for the league minimum. I'll even pay them to let me play because I think I'd have a higher swing percentage than Daniel Vogelbach. I'm convinced I can make some contact more than some of these guys. And they're looking. Listen, they're going through a slump, but it's tough to watch. I mean, Lindor cannot touch a pitch up and away. Cannot touch it. His fanny's flying out. He's any slider down and in. He's going for it. And the pitches that are down the pipe or that he hits, he's not crushing like he usually does. And it's tough to watch. It really is. I don't know what to say here.
Yeah, V. So maybe I should just go right into the Yanks because we don't want to make this podcast too depressing. Yanks, though, on Friday was a bit depressing. Luis Severino, Dave, not good. 8 earned, or I think he had 8 earned, but 4 runs given up in the first inning. There was some bright spots, though. Josh Donaldson, Giancarlo Stanton, fresh off the IL. We kind of called it, me and V both. Home run from Stanton, 2 home runs from Donaldson. Great to see the bringer back in action. Absolutely crushed the ball. I think it went 450. It's great to see. Then things turned around during the weekend. Saturday, we got a 6-3 W on the back of Garrett Cole pitching, I wouldn't say a gem, but really well. He only threw 80 pitches. Then we later learned that he left the game because of cramps. So hopefully everything's okay. Hopefully it was just a heat-related thing because it's hot out there in L.A. Aaron Judge, once again, showing why he's the MVP. Home run and then making an outstanding catch, running into the wall. Us as Yankee fans, we do hold our breath when that happens because he's very injury-prone, and what happened the next day, he didn't even play. And we're worried about his toe, maybe a broken toe. So, a little bit concerned there. I think he's getting x-rays, and we're waiting to hear what's going to happen. So, hopefully nothing too crazy. You always worry about the feet of a 6'7", 270-pound man. Kind of concerning there. Oswaldo Cabrera, welcome back. He got sent down from Newark, was on the plane to AAA, and gets sent right back up because of Greg Allen and hits a home run. Great to see. And Jake Bauers, 2 home runs. Crazy to see because us as Yankee fans, I know a lot of people wanted Andrew Benintendi back. He's been horrible for the White Sox. Got the highest paid contract in Chicago White Sox history. Jake Bauers is producing more than Andrew Benintendi. Who would have thought? Who would have thought, guys? And then 4-1 on Sunday. Great dub on Sunday Night Baseball. Domingo Germán shoved. He pitched well. Yankees play some small ball, get off to a nice lead, and then Anthony Volpe with the 2-run insurance run, home run in the 9th inning. Great to see Volpe hitting the ball. Got 2 hits, one of them being the home run. That was great to see. He definitely needed that. He's been ice cold. One thing that I'm kind of concerned about, Dave, DJ LeMahieu has not looked like himself. His K rate, they showed it on the Fox and the ESPN broadcast. It's double of what it was last year. He seems to be – his mechanics are off. I don't know if he's injured. I know he didn't get surgery. But, I mean, just not good from DJ. 3 strikeouts on Sunday. I'm a little bit concerned. I know we do have Donaldson back now, so I don't really know. But we are paying DJ $15 million a year. You know, we would hope that he'd be playing better.
Yeah, real quick on the DJ comment, it's going to be very interesting to see what they do with Donaldson now back. But I feel like watching DJ over the years, he's not a very expressive player. Like he never really shows his emotions. He was getting frustrated this series, especially Sunday. You could see it. He would, kind of throw his helmet down a little bit, and you could tell it's getting to him. He is getting paid a lot. Expectations are there, but he's a solid ball player. So hopefully, he can kind of figure it out. Real quick, a note. I'd love to see how many Yankees fans were in LA represented. Kind of felt like a home game with all those cheers and everything. So that was very interesting to see. This showed Spike Lee, I feel like, a million times on that broadcast. But all in all, the lights were bright for this series. We had a game on Fox, game on ESPN. Clearly, there's a lot of hype and anticipation. The Yankees came to play, taking the series win. So not too much we can complain about, Jack, but I was talking to V in person the other day, and I feel like what really impressed me about the Yankees this point is they're getting contributions from these guys like Bauers and, all these people that you wouldn't really expect, not the star power.
Willie Calhoun.
Yeah, I mean, there's a large list, and to me, that's what really makes a good team great. We had injuries, and we were able to play through it. Now we got those reinforcements back, kind of working their way into the lineup, so be interesting to see. As you talked about, we got a hard schedule coming up, so let's see it all fall into place.
And if you don't mind me, V, before you go, I'm just going to say that's one thing the Yankees, you have to give them credit for. They always have this kind of next man up mentality where they always have a lot of injuries, but the younger guys, or I don't know, maybe the guys in AAA, the guys sitting on the bench, maybe guys that they call up or sign, they always rise to the occasion. We saw with Franchi Cordero at the beginning of the year. And that's kind of where this Mets team is struggling. When there's been guys out, guys needing to step up. You've seen the young guys, Francisco Alvarez has looked nice. We saw Vientos have his nice moment, but he's cooled down. Beatty has been struggling. So, the Mets need to channel maybe some of those Yankee AAA guy magic and help out some of their higher paid players. Because this is what happens on a roster that's, one of the most expensive in the game, as the Yankees and Mets are the top 2 most expensive rosters. It becomes thin in the margins, right? And you don't have the depth that some of the other teams have.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't have really words for it, You said it pretty on the money there. The Mets, on an offensive term, have been very healthy. Not so much on the pitching side. Offensively, they've had all their major guys healthy, besides Omar Narvaez, who is coming back now. Tomas Nido just got DFA'd. And so thank you, Tomas. I think there's going to be a trade for Tomas. Maybe the Mets will somehow get a relief pitcher. Tomas is probably a good backup guy. He could play for you once a week. Good defense. Maybe some team takes a chance on him. I don't know. Narvaez coming back, but Alvarez has been money. Pretty his average is around 240 now, so it's come back down. I don't see Alvarez as a big average guy though. I just see him as a guy who could just really hit 30 home runs out of the catcher position, which is just elite. And so it's tough. We really do need to get contributions from someone from somewhere, and that I keep with Nimmo there and Marte starting to play a little better, Canna's starting to play a little better. Your outfield, you can't really get contributions anywhere else. Lindor's got to pick up the pace. Alonso's got to stay hot. McNeil's got to keep doing his thing. You have Beatty there. It's like you can't really improve. You need the guys to start playing to the back of their baseball cards. But I keep pointing at the DH position. That's the one position where I could point at right now and be like, we're not getting enough production, and there is room to improve because it's not an expensive position we have. Vogelbach's getting paid like $1.2 million. So I don't know. That's where I keep looking at because when you look at the rest of the roster, it looks okay. So we'll have to see. Ronnie Mauricio started playing outfield for the Mets in the minors. He did proceed to get taken out of yesterday's game. He got slid in. Apparently, like he kind of bent his elbow the wrong way or something. So hopefully he's good. Could be out for a few days though. I wonder if they're trying to build up his trade value or if they're trying to get him up to the big leagues faster. I could see both scenarios. If there's a big-time DH or a big-time bat ready to be available at the market come the trade deadline, Ronnie Mauricio is probably can get a lot of good players right now. And if that's the case, then like I can almost understand it, why they're leading him down there. If that's not the case, I don't get it.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird when you guys DFA'd Gary so quick because I was almost thinking that maybe he could be that DH role for you guys, even just against lefties, because I know they like Vientos in that role, but yeah, man, we need more positivity out of the Mets side of this podcast because I almost feel bad. Me and Dave have been pretty upbeat and happy the last couple weeks, and poor V is struggling.
I had a good one last episode, but not this one. Not this one.
Wait, okay. Before we get into the segments, last thing. I asked you this last week, V. 1 to 10 panic meter. You said 5. Where are we now? So we're about 60 games in, right? What are the Mets? 31 and 31, or 30 and 30?
They're 30 and 30.
Okay. So where are we at? 1 to 10. 10 meaning sound the alarms. We might miss the playoffs. Fire everyone. 1 being like, we'll be fine. I still think we can win the World Series. Where are we at?
I'm sticking to a 5. I haven't because Verlander and Scherzer have looked a lot better. Now they're healthy. And Carrasco's looked pretty good past couple starts. Senga, besides the last one, looked pretty good the last couple starts. Quintana, once he comes back, will be an innings eater. That rotation is finding its form, and that we need another arm in that bullpen. Diaz has missed so badly. I mean, Robertson has been money, as good as you can hope, but it's Robertson and Ottavino and Raley and Smith, and then you can't use those guys every day. And Buck doesn't even like to use them more than back-to-back days. So, which I get too. They're Ottavino and Robertson especially. They're older. You don't want to wear them out and then come August and September and October they're tired. You don't want that either. So Mets need another good arm. That's why I can see Tomas Nido getting flipped for an arm. Maybe they can get a guy who's got good stuff and hasn't figured it out yet. Maybe Jeremy Hefter can put a little magic on him and fix him. So I'm not there. I'm not more panicked or less panicked because we're at 500. If we play the rest of the season 10 games above 500, we're in the playoffs, and anything could happen once you make it. So I'm not panicked yet.
I guess time will tell to see if that number changes at all from 5, huh? But I like that question. I think we got to keep throwing it at V. But V, we're going to stick right with you. We are bringing the hot stove back today. Wonder if any Mets are going to be on there. But what do you got for us, V? Give it fire away.
Listen here, ladies and gentlemen. I actually have a Mets player who's made Beaton's Hot Stove today. On this edition of Beaton's Hot Stove, Max Scherzer of the New York Mets has made it onto the show. First ever time he's made it on the stove. Congratulations. Last 3 starts, he went 6 innings, no runs, 7 innings, 1 run, 7 innings, 1 earned run. He's looked really good. He's looked like the $3 million man. And I think he's finally in his rhythm. He got off to a slow start. But weirdly enough, if you look at Max Scherzer's career, he has frequently gotten off to weird starts past couple seasons. So I'm excited. I think maybe he's going to really flip the switch. His ERA is now down to a 3.21. So he's a couple good starts away to get under that 3 ERA, and that's fantastic. That's all you can ask for. And I just want to say congratulations to Max Scherzer.
Wow. Max
No
Scherzer.
Yankees? No Yankees?
No.
Oh, okay.
You guys got enough positivity. You don't need the stove.
All right, well, maybe I can counteract some of that Mets positivity that seems completely unwarranted after a 3-game sweep with the legendary Jackoff for today. And this will be a repeat offender. It's going to be Francisco Lindor, as I hinted on. He has just been not good. I mean, by pretty much any metric. So in the series, we're talking 1 hit. 8 strikeouts, including him being booed on Sunday. Just kind of a tough scene. Seemed to strike out in a lot of big spots. Like you said, fastball up and away. He's laid on consistently. Seems to be flailing at the sliders in the dirt and off speed in the dirt. Completely not like him, especially when he's locked in. And I know we touched on some of his numbers previously, but let's just give an update here. His OPS plus is down to 89, and this is part of my problem, Vic. So now he's a quite below average hitter who continues to hit in the middle of the order for the Mets. It's almost killing you guys that he's up in key situations, key on base situations, key run producing situations. He does have a lot of RBIs, I do understand that, but he needs to be dropped in the order. It's just plain and simple. He needs to be dropped in the order. You can't have a guy that's hitting, I know we're not a big average fans of in baseball anymore. 213. To me, it's more the OPS plus at 89 and the OPS at 688. I mean, those are staggeringly low numbers for Francisco Lindor. And then, like I touched on Sunday, they had Alvarez hitting 9th. I don't understand that. He's been, one of your best producers hitting the ball out of the ballpark. He's hitting 9th, and you have Lindor hitting 3rd. I don't understand. Plus, I know Tommy Pham hit 2 home runs, but he's leading all. I don't really understand that. Maybe you can fill me in, V.
Listen. I will be on record to say I'm not a big Tommy fan, but big time Tommy here has the 3rd highest OPS on this team.
All right. Let's focus on Lindor. Should he be dropped? Should he be dropped in the order?
I think so.
Like, come on. What are we doing?
Listen. I have this weird idea, which I don't think it would be amazing, but I feel like it wouldn't be a bad idea to just try and spark something. Nimmo, I know he's a fantastic leadoff hitter. Why not have Nimmo in the 3-hole? And Lindor in his days in Cleveland led off, and he was excellent in the leadoff spot. Why not flip the switch and see if maybe him leading off the game sparks the... I don't know. Maybe it doesn't, but then maybe Nimmo gets up in more RBI opportunities and he's a better contact bat. I don't know. I say change it up. I know that's moving him up.
Yeah, I know. That's completely I wouldn't be opposed to that. You just got to change something.
He can't be the 2-3 guy right now, and I'm with you. Listen, when he's going good, yeah, leave him in that spot. He's fantastic. But I honestly would be so. The past couple weeks they had Marte in the 6-hole, and it looks like he's heating up again. And I'm pretty sure they're probably going to bring him back to the 2-hole. I don't think it'd be a bad idea to bring Lindor to the 6-hole
how is it fair to a guy like Pete who hits all these home runs, right? And I would be pissed if I was him. You're gonna have Lindor bat in front of me who proceeds to do nothing but strike out, doesn't really seem to be getting on base. He's not like he's walking like he normally does. Like his on base percentage is 404. I mean, that's not great. I'm sorry, his on base percentage is 284. That's his. I said his slugging percentage. That would be really good if that was his on base percentage. He's not getting on.
I knew you messed up. So I'm like, that ain't right.
Yeah, so I mean, he's not getting on base. What is he doing? Why is he hitting in front of me? He seems like it's just you're getting another out on the board, and then if you're Pete, how can you be happy with that? There's no way.
I honestly, Pete is, in my opinion, a prototypical cleanup hitter, and I think he fits that role beautifully. And I don't know. I really just like the even like Canna. Canna, when he's going good now, he's gonna walk a lot. Like I have a very strong feeling that Nimmo shouldn't be the leadoff hitter right now for this team. He hits the ball very well. He's a 290 plus average guy and like almost a 380 OBP. I know that's great for a leadoff hitter, but he won't steal bases. Marte will steal bases. I could see Marte going that leadoff spot. Nimmo 2, Alvarez 3, Alonso 4. I mean, or even, fuck it. I know Beatty's struggling a little bit. Maybe Beatty 3, Alonso 4, Alvarez 5, Lindor 6. Get that like righty-lefty constant back and forth going. I mean, something. Switch it up. Put people in new spots. See what you can get out of it,
Yeah, I'm with you.
And V, maybe if you're right and it does spark the lineup, they will put you in the Hall of Fame. I'm so on board with that idea. Let's do it. All right. With that being said, it is time for Big D's Big Odds. V, not only were your Mets embarrassed last week, but you were embarrassed last week by Jack B and Name That Player. I've never seen somebody be dominated so hard. That was rough. With that being said, I am going to start with you, V, with the Yankees line. So the Yankees are currently in 14th place with 517 offensive strikeouts. And the White Sox are in 16th with 515. So they're right next to each other. Yankees got a 3-game series coming up against the White Sox. So I'm going to simply ask you, V, which team will have the most strikeouts after the series, the Yankees or the White Sox? Yeah, we're talking offensive strikeouts.
The White Sox. Go with the White Sox.
I'm going to go with the Yanks. We got our big strikeout hitters back, Donaldson and Stan. So
those
you already
reinforcements,
know those numbers.
Jack.
Yeah, those numbers about to shoot up, Dave. Come on.
All right. We're going to go to the Mets. They got a exciting series coming up against Atlanta. Both these pitchers are going to make an appearance in the series. However, they're not pitching in the same game, it doesn't look like. So it's going to be another choice one for you guys, fellas. I'm going to ask you who's going to have more strikeouts as a pitcher. Spencer Strider, the league leader. I think he's going to pitch the 3rd game of the series. Or Carlos Carrasco, but I'm going to give Carrasco +4.
Oh, my God.
What are we thinking, Jack? You're up first.
I'm still going Spencer Strider. I mean, this guy's ridiculous. And I think most of that comes from me worrying about Carrasco in this Braves lineup, and he might have a bit of a short leash just because he's getting shelled early on. I know he looked good in his last start, V, but I'm worried about him against this Braves lineup. They're the real deal.
It's a good worry, and I'm not worried against the Braves. The Mets faced the Braves when they weren't going well, and they played well against them. So I'm excited, though. I believe it's Spencer Strider versus Justin Verlander. So that seems like a pretty good pitching duel, which should be fun to watch. But in this case, you know what? Let's have some fun. Let's go with Cookie, +4.
Very good. I respect it, V. All right. Yankees line. So both Glaber and Volpe currently have 9 home runs for the Yanks. The Yankees currently have 2 people with double-digit home runs in Judge and Rizzo. So my simple question, it's going to be 3 choices, V, so I hope you're ready. Who will be the next Yankee to hit double digits in home runs? Volpe, Glaber, or you can choose neither. Which I don't think is a likely choice, but
They're facing the White Sox
yes.
in Chicago.
I believe at Yankee Stadium, yep.
What's Volpe coming off a home run? You know what? I'm going to go with Volpe here. I feel like maybe he'll get a hold of another one.
I was going to go with Volpe, but just because you said it, I'm going to go with Glaber. Glaber does like to shoot those two-seamers the other way. So I'm hoping against Lance Lynn, he'll get a nice two-seamer or sinker running in. He can just kind of bloop over the short porch, get him into double digits.
Get a Mickey Mouse home run. Yeah, we love to see it.
Home run's a home run, you know.
They all count the same.
Yeah. All right, Jack, the next Met line. So both Scherzer and Verlander are going to get starts in this series against the Braves. I'm going to set a over-under on combined earned runs at 6.5.
6.5, damn. Oof. I'm going to go under, and I think it's going to be close to that number, but I'm just going to go roll with the under.
I'm rolling with the under here, too. Scherzer coming off 3 good starts. Verlander coming off a good start. I know it's the Braves lineup. I'm going to pray that the Mets are just fucking hungry to knock the Braves off their fucking fanny and win the fucking series. And I'd love to see a sweep in Atlanta. So, let's see.
I mean, maybe we should just get one win first, B.
Yeah.
Jack, let me have my phone. All right? I'll come there. I'm going to hit you in the head with this bat. All right?
That is now 2 times this season V has threatened to hit Jack. So that's great. All right, last one. Guys, that was actually our only true over-under line in this series because our last line, which V, I'm going to let you start. Both the Yankees and Mets are tied in 14th with 42 stolen bases. So my simple question to you is after their next 3-game series, respectively, who will have more stolen bases?
I'm just going to go with my Mets. Why even think?
Rolling with the Yanks. Never a doubt.
You should doubt it.
Yeah, we don't preach logic and thorough thought on this podcast. We just go with our gut and what we're feeling like saying. That's great.
I'm gonna win.
Gonna win. Yeah, you guys didn't agree. You only agreed on the combined Scherzer Verlander earned runs with the under. So we'll see how this one shakes up. Maybe I have to throw another game at you guys for Thursday's episode. But that concludes this episode's edition of Big D's Big Odds. Stay tuned next episode to see V in a Yankees hat because he got embarrassed. But let's go right into these next series, guys. We kind of hinted at them a little bit. V, let's start with the Mets. They got an important game, 3-game stretch against the Braves. Why don't you give us questions, comments, concerns? What do you got?
A lot of concerns, a lot of questions I'd like to ask the Mets. So they have an off day. Today is Monday. They have an off day today, and I want them to rest up, and I want them to think of like how bad they've played so far. And I want them to wake up on Tuesday and be like, we're not a bad team. Let me just start fucking playing the game of baseball the way we know how to play, which is hit the ball, which is pitch the ball, catch the ball. Basics. Play to the back of your baseball cards and play like you're getting paid. A lot of these guys are getting paid big bucks. Not playing up to where they should be. I'm looking forward to seeing, though, Scherzer and Verlander staying hot and pitching very, very well in this series. And more importantly, I won't be shocked if we drop the first game with Carrasco on the mound. But I'm really looking forward to the next. My eyes are going to be pinned to the screen for those couple games.
All right, Jack. Yeah, we got Chicago coming to New York for a 3-game stretch. How are you feeling about this series?
I'm feeling good, although we do have some interesting starting pitching options, Dave. We got Clark Schmidt going in the first one, and I don't know if anyone is aware.
Masterclass, question mark?
Yeah, hopefully another masterclass from Clark. I don't know if anyone's aware, but Nestor Cortez is scratched from that start already. So what we're thinking is he's going to be placed on the IL with shoulder discomfort. That's kind of the word you've been hearing around Yankees Twitter. Kind of unfortunate there. Nestor's been struggling, so hopefully he can kind of reset, get healthy, and then come back. And, yeah, I mean, we need somebody to step up. I wonder if it's going to be Brito or a bullpen game or what exactly we're going to see. Maybe, somebody different. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully we can get some good pitching and just dismantle the poverty franchise that is the Chicago White Sox. And V, I do want to add, Jacob deGrom, 60-day IL. What is your take on that?
It's a shame. Listen, I see a lot of Mets fans that are kind of cheering.
Yeah, I saw that too.
It's a little messed up, guys. Listen, he didn't want to be in New York anymore. What are you going to force him to stay? The Mets look like they kind of made the right decision by letting him walk. It's a shame because the numbers he put up for 4 years there, even like some of those half years, were freaking amazing.
And he's got no run support.
And no run, 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, he was the best pitcher when he was on the mound. I don't think anyone could really argue that. He was the best pitcher in baseball. He's just that good. And was I devastated to watch him leave? Yes. Very upset. And the Mets turned around and got Verlander. Now, that hasn't looked amazing yet either. But, listen, Texas is playing amazing. And if I was Texas, push to the playoffs. Let DeGrom just be healthy for the playoffs at this point. I don't know what to tell you. So, I hope he gets healthy. I would love to see DeGrom get into the Hall of Fame because if he put up another couple good years, he'd probably make it. So, let's see.
Jacob deGrom, friend of the show, it seems. All right, guys, as always, great episode. V, real quick, you work so hard to do it for the fans. Can you tell them where they can find us on Instagram?
They can find us on Instagram at BQB Podcast, the Bronx Queens Pros.
And Jack, you work just as hard on the talk. Can you let them know where they can find us on the talk?
Not nearly as hard as V works, but you could also find us on the talk, BQB Podcast. Check us out. Like and subscribe to the YouTube as well. Trying to get some more subscribers and followers pretty much everywhere. So check us out. Leave a comment.
Yeah, man, we're not picky. We'll take followers anywhere, even on Twitter too. BQB Podcast. Listen to us wherever what that guy said. Listen to us wherever you get your podcast: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, no Google, iHeartRadio. And if you really like us, what I would love for you to do is just go knock on your neighbor's door, face to face, knock on your neighbor's door, ask to borrow some milk, and say, "Hey, have you heard of BQB? You should give them a listen." That would go a long way for us. We'd appreciate it. But fellas, I'll see you next time.